Firstly, let me acknowledge the landowners of the place that we are standing. Being a landowner myself and Papuan Indians, we are closer to land, and we manage landowner interests, so it's important to acknowledge the landowners of this land that we're currently hosting and standing and doing our businesses. I'd like to also acknowledge the Prime Minister. Thank you for your time. I know it's very late and you've stayed all throughout the session, so thank you very much for continuing to stay with us. And all the governors and the members of parliament that are here, and ladies and gentlemen, and my landowners, thank you for coming today. I know it's been a very long session, but I'll try to be quick. So we have spent a lot of time talking about mining and petroleum, all the extractive industries. But today, in my session, I want to talk about something different, something that is related to mining and petroleum, but is an offspring of mining and petroleum, and what we do with landowner investments and landowner money. And then in the same spin, I'll try to introduce another sector that we at MRDC are quite familiar with, which is tourism. So I'll talk about the context to my presentation, and then I'll try and introduce Mountain Plaza Limited, one of our businesses, and then at the same time just touch a little bit about tourism in PNG. And then I'll try to bring in Fiji, which is also a Pacific Island nation, which is very good at tourism. So some numbers for us to actually, consume today. And then following from that, just talk about how we see tourism in PNG, and then what we as landowners and Mountain Plaza think of how we can contribute to the nation and the development of this nation and tourism as well, and then leave you with a video. So that's the context. So to give you a context to us, MRDC, we basically manage landowner equities in mining and petroleum projects. And my managing director has already spoken yesterday about, our audits and accounts and what we do. So I'll be just focusing on Mountain Plaza Limited, which is one of the subsidiary companies or investment vehicle that landowners have invested in. And in that context, what we basically do is we're investing for the future. So we're getting actually mining and petroleum and all the things that we've been talking about yesterday and today are actually extractive industries. But we are taking it from the land belongs to Papuan Indians that will continue to live on that land for thousands of years to come. So what do we do with the future generations that are coming? So one of MRDC's mandate is actually to invest that money. And we have done that through various vehicles, and one of the vehicles is Mountain Plaza. And at the same time, while investing, the landowners themselves are using that money to build a nation. And how are they doing? They're doing it through the infrastructure that they've built in Port Moresby, through the vehicle that they've established. And while we do that, we also would like to have strong governance. We want to, because it's someone else's money, we're using it to make investments, and they actually trust money, so we have to do it through good governance and good processes. And that's one of the key principles and fundamental speech that our managing director made yesterday. We have about 21 subsidiaries, and all of them have audited financial statements up to 2023, and they are unqualified. So based on that success, we build on. So I want to make a statement around that, and then just talk through Mountain Plaza Limited. So what have we done with Mountain Plaza Limited? So we have invested in Port Moresby, and I think most of you have already been to Port Moresby, and if you've been there, you will see the Hilton Hotel. That's a product of Mountain Plaza Limited. And that hotel was actually opened in 2018. It's got about 220 rooms. And we hosted the APEC conference just before the hotel was opened. Following from that, we have actually built an Hilton apartment. That's about 180 rooms and apartments there. So we have rooms available. We just opened the facility in February this year. So we are still halfway through. So there's plenty of rooms available for anybody that would like to actually have residency in Port Moresby. That's the place to go. And following that, we have also built a Kutubu Convention Center. It's a state-of-the-art convention center, not as fancy as this one, but in Port Moresby standard, that's the place to be as well. And we have actually been doing quite well. And one of the products that we also provide within that compound or the facility is HubWorks. And that is currently being made available, so that the model is for people to come and use our desks. So you just go and pay, and you can actually have a desk dedicated to you. So if you want to use the desk for an hour, 2 hours, 1 week, a month, for those SMEs that actually can't afford one full year lease, that's the place to go. We provide secretarial desk, printing there, tea, coffees there, so you can also go. So these are some of the things that we have already done. And we have actually got Hilton to come in. So how did we get Hilton to come in? So when the facility was built, we actually went out through an international tender. We sent it to all the international brands in the world. And nearly all of them wanted to come. They have all subscribed to the tender. And then we went through a tender process, then we selected 3, and then the 3 were shortlisted again. We went through the interview process, and then Hilton was successful. But it goes to show that all the international brands that are currently available, they want to come. We just need to build a facility for them to come, and we've been through that process, and it's been tested. So the next thing I want to talk about is tourism. So while we are at a Hilton Hotel, we are in a hospitality business. And not only that, we also have a hospitality business in Fiji and in Samoa. So we understand tourism business a little bit. And in our view, tourism is actually a sleeping giant that is available in PNG. When we talk about tourism, we always look for reasons why tourism is not going to work in PNG. We look for law and order issues. We talk about all these things. Forget all these things and try to now start thinking about what we have, what we already have, why tourism is so important for us, what do we have to offer in terms of tourism. And in PNG, we have everything that a tourist wants. We have the mountains, we have the seas, we have so much that we can give to the tourism sector, and that is a sleeping giant. And in tourism, it never runs out. It's not an extractive industry. It goes on and on and on. And tourism alone, when you look at it, we have looked at tourism in Fiji and other places. When you have an hotel, it employs up to 500 people. And those people are semi-skilled. They're the cleaners, the gardeners, the people, they don't need high qualifications. So you just employ all those people to come and you just train them 3 months, 2 months, and then they have a job. And then the hotels are related and tourists related to transportation, fishing, diving, all those other activities that you can bring in. One hotel alone can stimulate so many jobs and create so many activities. And they have to eat, so food and everything that needs to go with tourism. It's a very, very big sector, and everybody can actually benefit from that. And when you bring in a branded hotel, for example, like Hilton, their management fees are targeted towards success. They get paid if they make money. It is in their interest to actually then go and promote and market and do all these things that we can't do. They will go out and sell the market, sell the country, sell the beaches, wherever they operate. All the tourism attraction, they'll go and do it because they need to bring the people in to then market it and then sell it. That's how they make their money. So they will do this for themselves, but in a way helping the country as well. Then we talk about some issues like law and order that we need to deal with. The law and order issue we currently have, like the Prime Minister said in his speech, the level of economic activity in the country has not grown to the level where the population has grown. We got more people out there that are not actually doing anything productive. So if we try to do tourism will capture the bigger market. It will bring all these people and make them do something here and there. And when everyone is actually engaged in any form of economic activity, the lawlessness will naturally go down. First of all, why are they lawlessness? Why are they doing this? Because they got nothing to do, or because they need food, or because they need something. And that's why tourism, as we say, it's actually going to make it bigger. So that's why I think PNG has got the biggest potential, and the potential is actually in tourism. We need to bring in tourists. And there's a ways to do it, and others have done it successfully as well. For example, like Fiji. So this is a case study for Fiji. If you look at Fiji, Fiji had a total of about 1 million tourists this year. They had about 900,000 plus last year. Fiji has got about 12,000 rooms available. And there's about 250 hotels, 150 lodges and guest houses, about 15 private island resorts. And then they got international brands. All the brands are listed on the screen. And all the international brands that you can find, they are there. And these brands, they market it themselves. So say, for example, we got all our other resorts. Like, say, for example, let's take Kokopo, for example, and Kokopo Plantation Resort. If someone wants to go to Kokopo and goes on the internet and checks, where do I sleep in Kokopo, and Kokopo Plantation Resort comes up, they don't know Kokopo Plantation Resort. They don't know what the service is like. They don't know how the bed feels, how the food is like. But if they Google and it says, oh, Hilton Hotel or Holiday Inn or Shangri-La, for example, they already know how it feels. They already know the service. They've tested it. They've tried it out somewhere else. It'll be easier to market. And the key pillars for all those success in Fiji is connectivity. One of the fundamental features is connectivity. So if you see on the screen, there are about 162 flights into Fiji every week from 26 cities and from 11 countries. And that's the amount of people that are coming into the country. And then one of the biggest success stories is also marketing and promotions. You look at their budget for 2024 in terms of promotion and marketing for their country, it's about $30 million US, all towards marketing. And then the infrastructure, obviously, that they have, the hotels and everything else. So all of these are a catalyst to actually, making Fiji one of the attractive places because they have done a lot of work. And they don't have, with due respect to the Fijians here, they don't have the things that we do. Papua New Guineans way, way more better things to sell than they do. If you look at Australia, for example, their GDP contributes they collected about 110 million AUD from tourists last year. And there were 8 million tourists that came to Australia. Or if we go to Bali, for example, there's about 7 million tourists that went there last year. So the potential, our potential is there. We got thousands of tribes, 800 languages, so many cultures, so many things that we can sell. We can do better than all these people. So that's where the potential is. So that's what we think. To reach tourism, while we do all these things and, extractive industries, everything, we should also look into tourism. That's, I think, where the future is. It will always be there. What we have, no one can take it away. It will always be there. Infrastructure is key. I think the government has already started doing airports, upgrading all the airports around our towns, and that's the way to go. Now we need to just, like the Minister for Trade talked about SEZs, we need to put infrastructure there, bring in people, and there needs to be a collaboration between the state and the developers. So we got so many people, like MRDC is already there, we got NASFund, we got the super funds there, the money is sitting there, and if everybody can come together, work together, identify a location, then we can make it as a SEZ, and then everybody comes together, the government provides the incentive. Say, for example, in Fiji, when we invested in Fiji, the Fiji government gave us 10-year tax holiday, import duty-free. And it's the same thing that the Samoan government did to us. So if we can all work together to create a zone, put some money there, and bring investors, and at least get 3 branded hotels into that place, they'll just market it themselves. So with that, what's the future for SMPL? What are we doing? We, like the Hilton Hotel, I think you have seen it, we've done it already. The Hilton apartment, we've already done it. We are now looking at stage 3. We are going to build an office space, a mall, and a cinema and a food court. And the cinema and the mall will have an auditorium like something like this, but not as big and fancy. But we will have something. And then we are looking at actually doing a water park. It's on a hillside, and it's something that you'll see. And then we're looking at actually also doing an international hotel within that same precinct, and then a residence. So people that are living there don't have to go and take the kids elsewhere. You can just put it next to where they can go to school. They can walk to school and then walk back home, so you can then go and do your work. And then we're looking at finishing it up with a multi-story. So hopefully That's our contribution to nation building, contribution from the landowners. With that, I'll just leave with a video, a short video to tell the story.